96.7 KCAL rocks it. It's Patrick in the morning and a Thursday and a lot going on in sports. It's time to tee off, if you will, with our guy, Pep. What's going on, Pep?
Oh, we will walk the links at Augusta in
Yes.
just a moment. But first, an update on the NBA playoff picture because, Patrick, dude, there's only 2 games left in the regular season for both the Lakers and the Clippers. So that playoff picture is beginning to take shape, although the West is very crowded. There's still some things on the line going into these last couple of games. So we'll start with the Lakers. Lakers picked up a big road win on the Dallas Mavericks, 112-97. It was also the homecoming, right, for Luka Doncic, and he had a big game. He dropped 41 points on his former team, including 31 in the first half, and that officially clinched a playoff spot for the Lakers, so they will not be in the play-in tournament. They will be in the top 6 right now as we talk on this Thursday morning. Patrick, they're number 3 in the Western Conference.
Wow, that trade has worked out so well. Nico, the general manager for the Mavericks, they say, was hiding in the old tunnel so the crowd couldn't see him because they were chanting, "Fire, Nico." Luka went from tears to buckets in that game, didn't he?
Yeah, he was emotional, right? Going back to Dallas, and it's not like when you consider the trade, it was not like Luka was asking for a trade, right? There was no trade demand, like get me out of here. Remember the Mavericks? I forgot about this too, but the Mavericks went to the NBA Finals last year, so this is not like a team that's been sputtering and trying to figure it out. No, they went to the championship series last year, and they still got rid of him for Anthony Davis. AD did play last night. I think he had like 13 and 11. It was decent. But listen, Dallas is going to be in the play-in tournament. They're not very good. They're not a real threat. So, yeah, you're right. When you look at that trade between the Mavericks and the Lakers, it sure looks like the Lakers won that trade.
No doubt. I guess we should have known there was a problem when last year when they took his beer away when he got when he was celebrating and it was on camera. They took his beer away from him. It was like something is wrong here.
Yeah, Luka is such a likable player, I would say. I'm not even a Lakers fan, but I seem to like Luka for some reason. And talent-wise, and yeah, he is younger than Anthony Davis. All those sorts of things. Like it looks like the Lakers won that trade, and like I said, they're number 3 in the West right now with 2 games to go. So if the NBA playoffs began right now, the Lakers would play the Memphis Grizzlies in the first round. And if you ask me, that's totally a winnable series for the Lakers. I don't know if Memphis. I don't feel like they're a real contender. I think that would be a great matchup for the Lakers.
I feel like the Lakers may be the most dangerous team in the playoffs. I mean, this trade really instantly turned them into something special. I think we felt this earlier. Like, wow, it looked like the Lakers were maybe kind of headed the wrong direction. This has completely 180 the entire season. I mean, it doesn't sound crazy that the Lakers could pull this off.
No, it doesn't. And, Oklahoma City does have the best record in the Western Conference, but the Houston Rockets are number 2. The
Right.
Lakers are 3. The Denver Nuggets, who just fired their head coach, they're currently 4. It's not like, I don't know, man. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the West is wide open. What about the Clippers? I mean, the Clippers have won 6 in a row. They beat Houston last night, 134-117. Like, why not the Clippers? They could be a threat in the West.
No doubt.
So the Clippers, if you began the NBA playoffs this morning, things can still change. The Clippers are currently 5th. They would open in the first round with the Denver Nuggets. So, dude, you do not want to play the Denver Nuggets in the playoffs. I know they just fired their head coach, Michael Malone, but this is still a Nuggets team that's been around the block. They know how to win a championship. I would not want to play them in the first round. So that's how important just one playoff spot is in the Western Conference. The Lakers at number 3 would get Memphis, but the Clippers, where they're at currently at 5, would play the number 4 seed Denver. So that's a tough opening round matchup. I really like what the Clippers are doing right now, but man, you do not want to see Denver in the first round.
We'd rather take the Lakers matchup.
Yes. So I don't know. We'll see who gets hot here. But the Clippers have won 6 in a row. Houston is number 2 in the Western Conference, but they did not play a couple of their top players last night as, the Clippers won that game head-to-head. So I wouldn't put a lot of stock in that game. But the Clippers are playing pretty good basketball. And if Houston's number 2 and the Lakers are number 3, you would think theoretically in the next round, assuming they both advance, the Lakers would play Houston, which I'd favor the Lakers against the Rockets in that one too.
Dude, the Lakers are looking better and better every day.
Yeah, they really are. So they won that trade. They've gotten better. They're actually in a really good spot position-wise in the Western Conference going into the playoffs. So that's how it looks right now with 2 games to go left in the regular season. The Lakers will play the Rockets on Friday at home. The Clippers will be on the road at my Sacramento Kings. So we'll see how that pans out. Last 2 games to go. All right, NBA to college basketball. March Madness is in the books. It's in the rearview mirror. Congratulations to Florida. Them Gator boys stay hot. They got it done in the championship game. And congrats to Florida, Patrick. We're both old enough to remember when Florida was good at basketball. Now they're good again.
Joakim Noah, always reminds me of him. That was quite a while ago.
Mike Miller,
now.
Yeah.
Unbelievable to think about that. Houston had their opportunities, and it just slipped away. You almost felt like Phi Slamma Jamma was finally going to get their kind of revenge on what happened to them, but it didn't happen, man. And boy, it's tough.
Man, we knew the Final Four with all 4 number 1 seeds. They were going to feel like heavyweight fights, right? Like slobber knockers. They were going to be awesome. And it really was because teams either had major comebacks or collapses, depending how you look at it. But they were epic. And even the national championship game, the fact that Florida came back, they won it. And then Houston, that last, dude, you got to get a shot off on your last possession to give yourself a chance to tie. They couldn't even get a shot off, and they had plenty of time to get a good look at the basket. They just could not do it, man. It was painful to watch that last possession, but again, kudos to the Florida Gators. They did it right. They got the national championship, and I kind of feel like Florida's kind of like UConn, like you don't really consider, I don't know. I mean, I guess UConn's a blue blood basketball school now, but I just never consider Florida a basketball school, probably because they've had so many good football teams and players and national titles. But Florida's a basketball school, man.
And it is wild to think about it. I mean, you mentioned football. They now have 3 national championships in each sport.
Yes.
That is wild, man.
Yes. Yeah, basketball and football are tied, right? It's a basketball school. So congrats to the Florida Gators, man. Your national champions. And finally here, Patrick, a tradition unlike any other. Let's stroll the links at Augusta here as we wrap things up. It tees off at Augusta, the Masters this morning. Scotty Scheffler, America's favorite, right? He has won 2 out of the last 3 green jackets. So he has dominated. He's trying to go back-to-back. He won last year. He's trying to go back-to-back. So on this Thursday morning, a little pep quiz for you, Patrick. There have been 3 golfers to actually go back-to-back at the Masters. 2 of them are all-time greats. You could probably pick them. The third one is a little, I would say a deep dive because he's also a legend too. But do you know those 3 golfers who have gone back-to-back? Scotty Scheffler trying to join them?
Golf, so freaking difficult.
Yes.
I mean, I would definitely guess Tiger Woods and Jack Nicklaus.
Yes,
you know
sir.
what I mean? It would be a couple of my guesses right there. But, the other one seems tough. I mean, you'd have to go to Watson or something like that. I don't know.
Well, you're not far off. That was about the same era. It's your boy Nick Faldo. He went also back to back. So, I mean, that's it. That's the short list, man. There's only been 3 guys, and Scotty Scheffler could do it if he wins the green jacket this weekend. But the fact that he's won 2 out of the last 3 Masters, he is the best player in golf, right? And I think he probably is the favorite, going into this edition of the Masters this week.
The Masters. My goodness, that is what's going down in sports. I can't believe NBA is just about over. It's a pretty long season as well. I mean, Thanksgiving time, before Thanksgiving is when we get it started, and we're finally getting in to the playoffs. My goodness, and congratulations to the Florida Gators. And here we go with the Masters. Pep, and then the draft is coming.
Yes.
It's just the cycle continues. That's why we got our guy, Pep. Tell him how to get your stuff.
Non-stop, man. Just never stops. Get my stuff at Inland Sports. We never stop covering the IE. That's Inland Sports on X, on Instagram, on Facebook. We got the YouTube channel. You can check out Inland Sports.
Thanks, Pep.